This is actually a question from a female on a path number 1. She's 27 and she says, any advice on the best way to work directly with my spiritual guides and tap fully into my intuition? This is from a path 1 female.
Wholeness.
Wholeness. Go Elston.
Oh, just
y'all don't know anything about that? No. Meditate. No.
Well, yeah, right. Set the intention that you consciously want to meet your guides, like proclaim it. And there's a variety of ways to do that. Meditation is the most accessible one that you can do. And then even in your dream space, like 7 years ago talked about kind of talking to yourself as you enter the dream state, like an operating system. Like, I am the master of my own dreams. I'm entering the dream space. I call forth my guides. I call forth my higher self to connect into my guides so that they can materialize in my dream space or in my conscious awareness or subconscious awareness. So you can start to kind of have this, like, your intention and your command is kind of permeating every aspect of your exploration of this. And obviously as well, like, even if you can access plant medicine, or you can be on a facilitated journey or a self journey in a certain setting, these are also intentions that can come to pass. So yeah, there's a few things there, and also looking into your lineage as well can help if you can see particular ethnicity or your ancestral line, just by going through those pages of history or looking at the knowledge of the cultures there, something might start to kind of tick over, and you'll start to see something. So yeah, wholeness.
Just wanted to add, as a one, for me, the cleansing was really powerful. The fasting and cleansing. I'm a proponent of doing it gently, in a way that would give you the tools to do a more sustainable lifestyle shift, in a given moment. But clearing out the diet, cleaning out the body, and really being able to, for me, was to open the channels to hear and receive, that information. Because you also have to discern information, because, cravings can sound like, some other things sometimes if you aren't clear, right, about what you're hearing or what's coming to you. So I would encourage, the stepping into that cleansing as far as the body, the intestine, the diet, to create space so you can really discern what's coming forward.
So the meditation is meditating with the rising sun. So in terms of like how, because the main thing to basically, how to grow spiritually is to start doing the work, you know what I mean? So that's why we all meditation. So the specific meditation for the one is with the rising sun. So sun gazing around that time, so that, like right as the sun is coming up, it's not as strong. So you might want to, like do the eyes, squint the eyes and look. And as you get familiar with it or get used to it, and when you practice, you can, get, your eyes bigger and bigger. So, so that would be like, that's the recommendation for the path 1. I think, in terms of like getting in touch with your guide, personally, you've always been guided. So, so sometimes your guide is just like that random person that says something to you. So it's really you paying attention, is being in the awareness. So, a lot of times, like, people, the sleeping is that you're not noticing them. So when we're saying like being aware and awake, is that you really can hear whenever, that tone. Like, one of my things is like, sometimes somebody will say something and it sounds, and then it'll catch me, even if it's not, like, even if they're not aware of it, because, your guides actually use the people that are talking to you and around you, and they're not in physical form. So therefore the people who comes in front of you in physical form are them. So wholeness.
Yeah, I'll just add on to the already wonderful suggestions briefly that I absolutely think that the cleansing, as we all mentioned, any of these questions that we get where you're sort of feeling disconnected, that is a wonderful way to get yourself into your body. And for the number ones, right, these fiery, energetic, right, you want to be looking at probably some cooling types of foods too, and that bitter flavor, working with the bitter flavor and those cooling, just some gentle detox teas are a nice thing that you can work in. And I also feel like with the one energy, it shines so bright, and these suns of ours are so gifted and skilled at shining that light on others. That is that sunlight that we all love, and these suns just give it out naturally. And then when our suns kind of burn out, it's almost as though they're not able to shine that light on themselves. And so I'm just feeling this need for you to think about how are you shining that glorious, wondrous light on yourself, and in connecting with that space that you will be able to connect more clearly with get that connection that you're desiring. And I also feel like ones have a lot of animal friends. Ones really love to have they love to share that love with animals and receive that love. And so maybe working in the animal world would be one that would be nice for you, whether if you have a pet or just taking a look outside, what's around you, and then maybe even going a little farther into working with some animal spirits, energies, I should say, wholeness.
I would like to add briefly, thank you for that, Sister Joy. I would like to add briefly for the number one, my sister's a number one. But I would like to add briefly that devotion is crucial for a number one. Devotion and enthusiasm is crucial for a number one. Like, you kick it off, and then when you get down to the 9, everything's chill and serene and peaceful. But the number one is enthusiastic about things. And so when you're getting in tune with your guides, be enthusiastic about that. Be happy about that. Approach them with joy, approach them with appreciation, and approach it with compassion as well. When you bring that energy of the sun, you're a compassionate being. The sun every day is a compassionate being, just always showing up for the job. So you want to show up for your guides and your ancestors and higher self with enthusiasm and devotion. So that's really, really big for the number one.
Amazing. Thank you so much.